Proof is always better than claims, and that's why I started this video with some pictures taken with the Fuji XC35mm f2. Here's a lens, this little tiny thing which spends a lot of time on my X-T3. This is plastic made, small, light, only 130 grams in weight. It's got 9 blades, 9 elements in 6 groups, and it doesn't come with a lens hood, and it's not well sealed. The colors are not as deep as some of the other Fuji lenses, notably the 16mm 1.4 or even the kit lens. This got slightly, I think the colors are a little less saturated than those lenses, but it's quick to focus. It hardly makes any noise while focusing. It's not a perfect video lens. It really hunts a lot while shooting video, but for photography, it's very quick to focus. It's got an f2 aperture, which is equivalent to f2.8 for on a full frame, and also it's about what 50 in full frame terms, the field of view. So there you go about the basics about the lens, and a lot of people will talk about the technical details about the lens, but I'm going to talk to you about something else. This is one of the cheapest lens that I've got. No, actually the cheapest lens I got is this Helios 58mm f2 manual focus lens. Yeah, but that's a different story. But yeah, this is one of the cheapest lens I've got. To get to it straight, I love this lens. The reason I love this lens, however, is very different. You see, when you buy something expensive, when you buy something really good, when you really love something, the state of the art, most sophisticated, most expensive, most coveted stuff, you love it so much. At the same time, what happens is that you worry too much about it. What if something goes wrong with it? What if you lose it? What if you break it? What if you drop it? I feel love can become burdensome. I mean, expensive things have their own sort of burden on you. This is freedom. This lens is freedom because you don't worry about it. It's tiny, small. You don't care if it's kind of after using it for a year or so, if it stops working, because you've only paid about $200. You can, I mean, it feels expendable, but at the same time, I know this is going to go on for at least 3 to 4 years. I've bought this lens about what 8 months, more than that, 8 to 10 months back, and I've been using this lens a lot for street photography, also for casual portraits. Let me show you a few portraits, in fact, that I've taken with this lens. And when it sits on my camera body, it's so tiny, small, just suits this Fuji lineup of lenses. I wish Fuji had made it weather sealed, and this is the perfect lens for anyone. Just add add $50 or $75 to the price, but make it weather sealed, right? Maybe tune the autofocus motor inside it to make it slightly more effective for video focusing. But other than that, this lens is just perfect. And by the way, the bokeh of this lens is beautiful. It's so smooth. The fall off is, the transition is beautiful, slow, smooth. You can create some amazing pictures with it. But you know what it allows me to do is it allows me stealth. It allows me, it can become invisible. So I can take a few shots that I wouldn't have been able to take without a setup like this. I'm not giving the credit entirely to the X-T3 because I think a lot of credit is due to this lens. This is even smaller than the kit lens. You know, Indian summers are tough. It's very humid. It's very hot, about 42 degrees centigrades and more than that. And I go out in those situations. I still want to take pictures in that extreme heat. I won't be able to carry something that's big and really heavy that's going to sap me out. So this is the reason, I don't really I don't like a lot of things about the Fuji system, but the reason I can never sell Fuji because I'm in this hot and humid condition where I can't carry a lugger lens or a camera body around with me for a long time. So in uncomfortable situations, this is the thing that I would rely on. This is so nimble to use. It just becomes a part of my grip, and I hold it like as if I'm holding a tiny little phone, nothing more than that. So that allows me a lot of freedom, and that's what this lens is all about. This lens is about freedom from worries, most importantly, because you know that you have not paid a lot of money to buy this, but also the freedom from weight, visibility. Oh, and by the way, this lens is sharp. This lens is quite sharp. It's pretty sharp. It's just adequate for a 26 megapixel Fuji X-T3. So, I mean, it doesn't really feel like a cheap $200 lens at all. So, there is a certain amount of joy when you buy something so cheap and then you get so much value out of it. You feel like a winner. You feel like you've struck a deal. So, anyone who's out there who's trying to actually, maybe dabble with the Fuji system a little bit, just try it out and see. Maybe you are looking at a used body, uh, and maybe we'll get a kit lens. But if you're looking for a prime, because for a crop sensor body, little wide aperture really helps. F2 is good. So if you don't want to invest a lot of money in the Fuji line of lenses, you want to just try out the system, gain more experience in the system, and see whether you like Fuji's and the whole experience of using Fuji's. This 35mm f2 is a perfect lens to pick up. It gives you that 50mm focal length, which is, you can just step back and get a wider view. You can just step in, get a close view. The merits of a 50mm focal length, right? It's so flexible, and which is why I think for Fuji to have launched this lens at the 50mm focal length is a smart thing to do. The only thing that I worry a little bit about is that because it's got a plastic mount, if you just remove and if you keep changing a lot of lenses, if you just remove it and attach it back to the mount again, remember the plastic mount will get distorted. So after a point, it's not going to fit quite as easily, quite as tightly. So that could be a problem long term. So I think look at a life of about 2 years, 2.5 years, maximum 3 years if you're someone who really takes care of your stuff. But for 3 years of usage, daily usage, such flexible usage in so many situations, for a wide variety of work, whether it's street photography or portraits or food photography or studio shoots, for almost anything that you want to use this for, it's incredible value. The value is more than the fact that it's half the price of the XF meta lens. So yeah, this lens smells like opportunity. I mean, it just allows you to be in situations and take a few shots where another system, another setup wouldn't probably have allowed you to uh, do that. So yeah, I recommend this lens for anyone who is trying to get into the Fuji system. Even if you have the 1.2 and 1.4 primes from Fuji with you, you will not be disappointed using this XC 35mm f2. I think this is, I would highly recommend this lens. This is a joy to use. Now, before I end today's episode with a few more pictures taken with this lens on the X-T3, I'd like you to please subscribe and share what you think down below. So here you go, a few more pictures. the Freedom lens. Keep shooting. See you soon.